I'm not worried about the operation. I just want to know where Glenn is.
Hasn't he seen you yet?
No. Why?
He discharged himself this morning. I'm sure he'll be in to see you as soon as he can.
Okay, if he comes back, give us a call.
Do you think he started the fire deliberately?
Thanks for your help, Liz.
You haven't heard me say? Oh, I'm sure he'll be here soon.
Sakina. Sakina.
What's up?
He's in bed, won't he?
Much pain? Okay, now try and take a deep breath and hold.
Sorry.
Sounds like you've got quite a load of smoke in your lungs after all. How long's this been going on for?
Since the fire. But not so bad till this morning. It hurts a lot.
Probably caused by toxins in the smoke. Did you keep any chemicals in the house? Paint thinners, glue, that sort of thing?
Petrol?
Nothing like that.
Could be off the furniture. Polymers and such give off fumes when they burn. Lie back. I'm going to admit you. Could you take all the details? I'll do a chest x-ray and a bronchoscopy.
I want to see my wife.
Later, Mr. Keenan, when we've got more of an idea what's going on with you.
Now! It's important.
The statement for position of the City Council looked urgent, so I did that first.
Good thinking. Not just a pretty face. Michael knows what he's doing, putting you out front where the patients can see you. It seems like a waste of talent to me.
Me too, sometimes. I mean, the job's okay, but I don't want to be a receptionist all my life.
Well, have you ever thought of marketing or public relations?
Oh, I'd love that.
Or real estate? There's lots of money there. With your combination of brains and beauty, you'd be a natural.
Well, it's really flattering coming from somebody who's so successful himself.
No, it's just simple fact.
If I could interrupt this mutual admiration society, I'd like to check your wound, Mr. Sturgis.
Yeah, sure. We're through here anyway. Give yourself an early finish, Kirsty. You've earned it.
It's only 3:30.
Huh? Don't argue with the boss.
I'm sure Marge would be grateful for some assistance since you can spare the time.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, Noel.
Hang on, why don't you take those chocolates with you?
Are you sure? It was a present.
Sweets for the sweet. I'm not allowed them anyway.
Thank you.
I'll get on with it.
In a moment.
No, I'm going to regret this.
You'll regret more than a few calories if you accept presents from that man. He's not the type to give gifts without expecting a return on his investment.
He's been a perfect gentleman and a really lovely boss.
Temporarily. You just remember who's paying your salary, my girl.
Well, at least he appreciates me.
Boy, have I earned my money today. Oh, I bet Kirsty is too. Slaving for Sturgis the sleaze. Alison said he was a bit of an octopus. Yeah. I mean, she's had the worst of it. I mean, he hadn't actually put a hand on me, but the guy watches, you know.
Oh, Kirsty never said she's working for a creep like that.
Well, she likes him. Maybe I would too if he shouted all my meals and gave me 2-hour lunch breaks.
Oh, he wants something. It's not hard to guess what.
You don't think Kirsty's...
Nah, she can handle him. Asserting her self-image, goal realization. It's all in the positive me. Have you guys read it?
It's not my sort of thing.
It's fantastic stuff. It teaches you how to see yourself as a success.
I want to know more about Sturgis. I mean, who is he when he's at home?
Oh, a royal pain in the ass for one, and chairman of the clinic board for another. He's a real power junkie.
Oh, look, power is a huge aphrodisiac. Well, Dr. Kruger says it is anyway. And the most powerful man I've met lately gets to change the date stamp in the mail room.
If this guy's as bad as you guys say he is, surely we should warn Kirsty.
Yeah, we've tried. But if she's into that sort of thing, then...
Glenn, I've missed you. You can only stay a couple of minutes. They'll be ready for you an x-ray soon.
What x-rays?
My lungs are playing up. They're putting me in here too.
Oh, Glenn, the new job.
Angie, love, there isn't any job.
Could I get a cup of tea, please? My throat's really dry.
I'll be straight back.
I thought there was, honestly. The personnel guy told me. But then they promoted some bloke from inside the company. I'm sorry.
You didn't tell me?
I didn't know how. Things have been so bad lately. I guess I just didn't want to disappoint you again.
Disappoint? You couldn't face me.
No, all right, I couldn't. You haven't exactly made it easy. Every time I just miss out on a job, you get that look on your face as if I've failed you.
But we talked.
Talk? That's all we bloody do is talk.
Well, I'm worried and I've got a right to be worried. You lied to me.
It's not as if I haven't tried.
You wouldn't talk about the mortgage if the money was somehow going to magically appear.
God, I'm sorry, damn it, I'm sorry.
Glenn? Are you all right?
Look, the cops are investigating the fire. I don't know if the insurance company's going to come good.
They have to. I know I should have been more careful with the heater, but it was an accident.
It wasn't your fault, Angie, and it wasn't the heater.
What do you say? You mean you set it? You lit the
Night, Andrew. Oh, those are lovely. Early birthday present.
From Michael.
You don't sound very happy about it. I thought diamonds were supposed to be a girl's best friend.
Ungrateful sod, aren't I? I don't know. This business of being involved with someone you work with is positively schizophrenic. I find myself resenting him half the time.
What for?
Oh, all that drama with Sturgis, for one thing. He ignored my complaints on behalf of the nurses.
I wasn't impressed with him throwing Kirsty to that wolf.
Well, exactly. Well, that's the kind of thing he does. I feel undermined and angry with him all the time.
All the time?
Well, no. Things are fine when we're away from work. Better than fine, but...
Every relationship involves compromise.
Maybe.
Carrie, why don't you talk to Michael? I'm sure you can work it out.
No, we'll get this humidifier started and you'll be much more comfortable.
What's exactly wrong with me? I couldn't follow half of what the doctor said.
Well, there's severe damage to your lungs from the smoke you inhaled. There's a lot of fluid in there and they're quite swollen, but the drugs will help with that.
How much did you hear about how the fire started?
Some of it.
Don't say anything to the police, please.
I can't think of any reason not to.
You don't understand.
How can I, Mr. Keenan? What you did wasn't only a rip-off, it was incredibly stupid. You put your entire family at risk just for the insurance money.
Wasn't it? I didn't do it for the money. I couldn't see any other way out. I couldn't drag us down anymore. I was trying to kill us. All of us.
Better?
You won't tell the police, please?
What you did was inconceivable.
You don't know what it's been like since I lost my job.
There are heaps of unemployed people, Mr. Keenan. They don't go around murdering their
I'm not
families.
saying it was the right thing to do. I just couldn't cope anymore. Something inside my brain clicked and suddenly it all seemed to make perfect sense.
But ending it all doesn't help, does it?
Okay, I'm weak. Angela thinks so. Look, we had problems before. We fought a lot about money, about everything. But at least I was supporting us, keeping all the balls in the air. When that stopped and I couldn't get another job, I felt like I'd ruined our lives. I just wanted to end them. I fought it all out.
That's why you gave Kelly the pills.
I thought she'd just go to sleep. She wouldn't suffer.
How did you start the fire, Mr. Keenan?
You were right about the petrol. I spread it around the place and put a match to it. It blew up in my face. Typical, I can't even get that right.
And Angela, she didn't know any of this.
No, and I don't want her to. Look, if you tell the police, she'll find out.
And you'll lose the insurance money, right?
I didn't even think of the money, but now it could give us a new start. Give us some breathing space.
Carrie, you all right? You sounded upset when you phoned.
I am upset and confused. No, don't, please. I want to talk.
Well, sure. What about?
Us, work, the whole thing. I'm not happy with the way you've been treating me.
What have I done?
Well, I think you're using what's happening with us as a way of keeping me under control at the clinic.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I've got no authority over my own nurses anymore. They can't count on me to fight for them against you.
You're talking about Noel Sturgis.
Partly.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't realise it was so important to you.
And the way the nurses are looking at me, sniggering about us.
I think you're being a little bit oversensitive.
Hey, you don't have to deal with it. I've got to work with these people. I'm beginning to feel like I can't do my job.
OK, fair enough. But there's got to be a solution.
What?
Well, give me a chance to think. Haven't had a chance to think.
Or maybe there isn't one.
Unless, of course, you don't want to go on seeing me. Is that it, Carrie?
No. Michael, I don't know what to do. My work's all I've had for so long, and it's very important to me.
More important than I am. Well, then, we'll find a solution. Promise.
How was he?
Not good. Need him on half-hourly obs. May even have to special him if his condition deteriorates.
Was it likely?
Well, he's in a pretty bad way. The bronchoscopy showed fairly extensive infection, throat, windpipe, lung tissue, on top of which we've got pulmonary edema, pleurisy, really bad blood gases, and left ventricular failure.
God.
Exactly. He said something about petrol fumes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what would have done most of the damage. I wonder why it took him so long to come back. He must have been in agony.
He had his reasons.
It's looking fine. No problems keeping your food down?
None. Not feeling bloated anymore either.
Okay. Well, once those stitches are out tomorrow, we can hopefully discharge you.
Well, not before time. I've got business to look after.
Morning, Noel. Dr. Warner?
Kirsty?
Hi, gorgeous.
You're very chirpy today.
Ah, Dr. Warner's just told me I'm getting out tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice.
But?
No, I'm happy for you, really. It's been fun being your secretary, better than boring old reception.
Well, if you don't like it, quit.
Easy to say, not so easy to find another job.
Well, I don't know about that. Why don't you come and work for me? Well, I lost my personal secretary 3 weeks ago. She's running the property management section now. Till yesterday, I hadn't found anyone with the right qualifications to take over.
Do you think I could?
Well, if you want to badly. You have to put up with me, but there are rewards. I mean, the salary's not to be sneezed at. Lots of travel involved. And like the last girl, you have the chance to move up in the organisation.
Well, sounds fantastic, but
You'll enjoy the challenge. I know you will. I know I will. Now, think about it. Now, let's have a look at the itinerary for my European trip.
How was he?
Not good. He deteriorated overnight. Get the ventilator. We'll intubate him. He's in heart failure. It's making the pulmonary edema worse. Will he pull through? No, I can't say at this stage, but I don't like his chances.
Look, I can't see what you've got to lose. I mean, Europe. Wow, I'd go at the drop of a hat.
it's a bit of a risk.
Well, don't you think you can handle Mr. Sturgis?
Hi, guys. Orange juice, thanks, Gina.
You're mad if you don't.
Mad if you don't do what?
Take a permanent job as Noel Sturgis's secretary.
Oh, what?
It's a great offer. Good money, perks, heaps of responsibility. Would you turn down a trip to Europe?
He's a creep.
How would you know?
I've heard how he treats the nurses. I mean, Alison and Jackie won't have a bar of him.
So what? I can look after myself.
You think? He's a groper. Everyone says so. If you take the job, he's going to want more than your shorthand.
That bothers you, huh?
Listen, give me a break, eh? All I'm trying to say is if you take the job knowing what he wants, I mean, it's so immoral. You're as bad as he is.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I didn't mean...
Look, good jobs like this don't fall out of the sky every day. If an opportunity like this comes along, you've just got to grab it.
So you'll do it?
I might.
Come in.
Michael?
Carrie. I was awake half the night thinking. I don't want our relationship to end. I care about you too much.
And I care about you too, but...
Sit down. Now, I admit, I hadn't seen things from your point of view until last night. And you're right. There is a problem with us working together, but it is not insolvable.
And?
Okay. Shortland Street doesn't offer you enough scope. I think you'd be happier working in a larger hospital, say as Director of Nursing at Central. Now, I know Dyson is looking for somebody, and he owes me a big favour.
You're saying the only way we can be together is if I leave.
Well, it's the simplest solution. No more authority problems, no more gossip.
Why should I have to go? Why can't you?
Well, that's hardly practical, but if we do it this way...
No. This isn't compromise, it's control. You want me to remake my life to suit you.
Well, I didn't see it that way, I'm sorry.
I can't do this, Michael. I really care about you, but... No. I'm sorry. But that's it. Finished.
Michael, is everything all right?
Better call the police. It'll be a coroner's case.
Does it have to be an autopsy?
Yes, unfortunately. It's the law. The police are already investigating the fire. Too many suspicious circumstances.
And if they prove that Mr. Keenan did start the fire, then Mrs. Keenan won't get the insurance money, will she?
Afraid so.
Such a shame. Seems though she's been through enough already, huh?
I better go and talk to her. Poor woman.
I thought maybe you could use this.
Thanks.
And I've been fielding messages all morning. You should probably look at some of them.
Yeah, not now.
Michael, if it would help to talk.
Nothing to talk about. She's quite definite about that.
I'm sorry. But she was upset. Maybe when she calms down.
I doubt it. One thing about Carrie, when she makes up her mind.
Well, if you're not taking any calls, maybe you should get out of here for a while. A round of golf.
Look, I got work to do, unless you hadn't noticed.
Fine.
Jenny, thanks for the concern, but I'm fine. Well, at least I will be.
Could you stay with Mrs. Keenan for a while? She'd appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Angela.
Thank you.
I bought these. I thought you might want to have them.
It's not much, is it? To show for a life. If only he hadn't. How's Kelly?
She's okay. I'll bring her to see you when you're feeling up to it.
He was a good father. She adored him.
Look, you're nuts if you take it.
Yeah, well, I think she's crazy if she doesn't.
Look, Sturgis is disgusting. Look how he treated Alison. She wouldn't play his game, so he tried to get her sacked. And you want to work for him?
I admit it's got its downside.
A downside?
There's heaps of advantages too. I mean, money, travel.
Look, you're basically selling yourself. I think that's disgusting.
I don't think it's any of your business.
Well, then don't ask our advice.
Constructive advice. I mean, so far everything's been rumours and innuendos.
Kirsty, get off the grass. We nursed the guy. He's a leech from way back.
Remember what Dr. Kruger says. In The Positive Me, she says that the manipulation of personal power is a two-way street. If you have the strength of character to control your own sensuality, you can control others and make them like it. You've got a strong character, right, Kirsty?
Right.
Oh, here you are. Can I have your autograph on this drug inventory? I always tidy when I'm unhappy too.
I'm fine.
I know you and Michael have broken up.
Good. Then tell everyone. Put it over the paging system, then maybe I can get on with my job.
He's every bit as upset as you are.
Is he really?
No one knows as well as I do just how insensitive he can be. But he does love you, Carrie, in his own way, and he hoped you had a future together.
Then that makes two of us who are wrong. Just couldn't work. He did his best, I did mine. But you can't be lovers at night and work together during the day. We should have known better.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I really am.
Don't be.
Noel, I've been giving you a job offer a lot of consideration.
Oh, that sounds positive.
I'm certainly interested. Can we negotiate?
Negotiate away.
Well, I assume my salary will be commensurate with my skills.
Oh, absolutely. Somewhere in the vicinity of 30,000 to start with, plus travelling expenses as required. Oh, and I want you to act as my hostess on occasion, so there'll be a clothing allowance. I like my women to look spectacular. Not that that's likely to be a problem.
I'm fine about appearing with you socially, but I'd like a title that makes it very clear this is a business relationship. People might...
Well, honey, you can have any title you like, but we all know what I want.
What's that?
Well, a reasonable return on a very pretty investment. So, do we have a deal?
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another place. Just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Street. If you have a way of searching for a world, it's hard to see. Shortland Street.
This program was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand.